Hello, everyone. This is Keith Jackson, and welcome to Jack's Math Notebook. Right now, we're going to get an understanding of percentages by following the benchmark 10%. And so let's take a look at the percentages of 40, the percentages of 54, and the percentages of 112. And let's go back to the percentages of 40 using that benchmark 10%. Did you know that 10% of any number is that same number minus a zero? Or we just walk the decimal point back one place over to the left, and now we have 4. And here's a wonderful thing about 10% is that we can use that 4, and we can just add it up 10 times right here because we know that 4 times 10 will give us 40. And in this case, 40 is 100% of 40. And so what we're going to do, we're just going to use that benchmark 10% to figure out 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%, all the way to 100%. Because see, here's what we do know. If 4 is 10% of 40, then 8 is 20% of 40 that you see right here, because 4 plus 4 will give us 8. And we know that 8 is 20% of 40 because you know what? It's right here in the second position that you see right there. And so as we continue along that same pattern, we know that 30% of 40 is 12 because 4 plus 4 plus 4 will give us 12. And it's right there in that third position that you can see. And we can do the same thing all the way down, as I said before, all the way to 100% because we can make sure of it by finding 40% of 40 because 40% of 40 is 16. How do we know? Because 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 will give us 16. It's right in that fourth position. And guess what percent is next to that fourth position? 40%. All right. And this is what we can do as far as mentally figuring out the percentage of a number using the 10% benchmark rule. And we can apply that rule even to the percentages of 54 because we know that 10% of 54 is 5.4 because all we have to do is just take this decimal point, start right here, and walk it right between the 5 and the 4. And we know that 5.4 or $5.40 is 10% of 54. And all we have to do is count by 5.4. 5.4 10 times will give us 54, as you see right here. And so if we continue counting by 5.4, we know that 10.8 is 20% of 54, just like 16.2 is 30% of 54, because all we have to do is just follow the 5.4s all the way down the road that you see right here. And we could do the same thing with 50% of 54. We know that 27 is half of 54, because all we have to do is just walk it all the way down right here. And if we go 5.4 times 5, that will give us 27. All right, so it works like a charm, and we can even do it with even larger numbers, like in the case of 112. So 10% of 112, all we have to do is just walk that decimal point over just one place over, and 10% of 112 is 11.2. All we have to do is just continue to count by 11.2 all the way down to 100% that you see right here. And that easily lets us know that, like, for example, 56 is 50% of 112 because all we have to do is just continue to count by 11.2 all the way down to the fifth position. All right, y'all, you have received a lot of information about basic percentages using the 10% benchmark. I wouldn't blame you if you need to pause the video just to take a look at the patterns or replay this video as many times as you need to get a deeper understanding of this concept. But in the meantime, please comment, share, like, and subscribe to Jack's Math Notebook for more content. Thank you and goodbye.